Imagine being so at ease with your friends that the line between what's private and what's fair game blurs, just enough for you to say something you instantly regret. Now imagine that offhand remark is about the person you love, and they hear every word. This is a story of how a light-hearted afternoon turned into the darkest night of my life, and how I learned that some things are never just a joke. It had been 6 months since my boyfriend and I moved in together. We found an old house, charming but a little creaky, with sun-drenched windows and a backyard big enough for the garden we kept promising ourselves but never planted. Living together exposed habits and quirks I hadn't noticed while we were dating. He leaves socks in random corners. I reorganized the fridge compulsively. Still, we found a rhythm, a kind of cozy, comfortable rhythm that felt like home. That Saturday, he was working an extra shift at the hospital. Feeling the quiet press down on the house, I texted my friends, "Come over. The silence is killing me." Within an hour, the living room was filled with laughter, the clinking of coffee mugs, and the warm, easy chaos of people who knew me inside out. The conversation meandered from work complaints to family drama to awkward dating stories. Eventually, it landed on relationships. Lisa, ever the instigator, nudged me. "Come on, spill. What's it really like living with him?" I shrugged and shared the harmless details. His weird shower songs, his Sunday morning pancakes. Then came the inevitable, dreaded question. "But the bedroom stuff?" A ripple of laughter followed. One friend suggested a guessing game. I hesitated, but the mood was playful, the room brimming with safety, and I let it slide. "Fine," I said with a laugh. "Guess all you want, but I'm not confirming anything." The guesses grew ridiculous. Someone joking about him hiding a secret third leg. I laughed along, thinking it was all contained, harmless. Then Sarah, my best friend, leaned closer, her tone serious. "But really isn't enough for you?" In that moment, I panicked. I wanted to keep things light. But instead of deflecting, I blurted the cruel truth. "Honestly, he's kind of small. Not exactly a wild animal. Sometimes it just feels like he's not enough." The laughter erupted instantly. I joined in, hoping my guilty knot would dissolve in humor. But I was wrong. We didn't hear the front door open. We didn't hear the keys. But there he was, standing in the doorway, groceries in hand, too early from work. I looked up and froze. His face, confused, hurt, something deeper I couldn't name, stopped the laughter dead. My friends avoided his gaze. I couldn't speak. He set down the bags, turned, and walked down the hall without a word. The door clicked shut behind him. I chased him outside, calling his name, but the car was already gone. Inside, my friends were silent, helpless. Lisa tried to soothe me, whispering that maybe he hadn't heard everything, but I knew better. The hurt in his eyes was unmistakable. Hours passed. I called, I texted, I begged. Nothing. The sun sank, replaced by the cold blue of evening. Alone on the couch, I replayed every word, every laugh, every thoughtless confession. I remembered the little things he did for me. Leaving the porch light on when I came home late, bringing me coffee in bed, holding me through nightmares. Now they felt distant, overshadowed by my own carelessness. The next morning, his side of the bed remained untouched. Calls unanswered, messages ignored. Days dragged on. His things were here, but he was gone. The house, once cozy, felt hollow. Finally, a text arrived a week later. 3 words. "I need space." No explanation. No promise. Just distance. I replayed the scene endlessly, desperate to undo what I had said, wishing I could swallow my words whole. Friends, family, anyone I could reach. They offered sympathy, but no words could erase the damage. I learned the hardest way that laughter can hide sharp edges. What feels like a joke can wound more than honesty ever intended. I don't know if he'll return or if forgiveness is even possible. But I know this. I'll never make that mistake again. Think carefully before joking. Protect the trust of those you love. Because sometimes one careless sentence is all it takes to change everything. And sometimes all you can do is hope for a second chance.